Welcome to the $3 podcast. My name is Travis, your host and guide through this family story of three bucks. Aiden, Jameson, and Eric, all a family team working together. And today I get to talk with Jameson Buckley, the co-founder of outwrite.ai and the marketing brain behind the brand. Jameson's been focused on building the outwrite.ai's social presence and getting the word out about AEO to creators who've never heard the term before. We have seen some serious numbers move on Oscar Mike Radio. That's my podcast I've been doing for quite some time. Over the last 30 days, and Jameson, it's not been an exaggeration to say that I am floored right now.
Nice.
Since I started using the platform. And I want to talk with you, Jameson, about the creator side of this story and what it means to people who are putting out content every week like myself and wondering why it's not growing the way it should be. Aiden's good. Not Aiden. Jameson, great to talk with you.
Yeah, always.
You're the marketing director of outwrite.ai, which means you're spending a lot of time talking to creators about AEO. What's the most common reaction you get when you explain what the outwrite.ai platform does?
So, unfortunately, the most common first reaction is that most people don't even really know what AEO is. They think it's like more classically SEO driven, things like that. But then once you get through that boundary, you explain the foundations to them, everybody is floored with how simple and dead easy to use Outright is. How it does everything for you, how you log in and you can get your whole week's worth of work done in one afternoon, not even in a couple of hours, if that, if you really want to get granular. But people love it. People love the idea of it. They love looking at it, the feel of it. It's always a blast showing it off to people. I love it.
Well, we have a real world example of this. My show, Oscar Mike Radio, which you're familiar with, has been running now for almost 10 years. And as of this recording, we're going next week into episode 495.
God, I cannot even imagine. Good for you.
Well, you know this better than anyone, that kind of content or that length of time is rare in the podcasting world.
Seriously. Dedication.
But when I tell people, hey, my website traffic doubled in 30 days, just 30 days of using this platform, most of them don't believe me, or most of them like, hey, that's just not possible. And then I show them the numbers and they still don't believe me. Seeing's not believing. Can you explain to me, because I can't understand it myself. I really can't. I'm just sitting there like, that's not possible.
Right.
Explain to me what is happening with your platform and how it's working for my website.
Totally. That's the really cool thing about Outright to me, is that those types of numbers are not uncommon at all. We are seeing that type of explosive reaction to AEO in a lot of people's blogs and their websites and whatnot, just because, and they're coming from a similar position to you, where you had some sort of online presence, people were searching for you, you were going to be in those answers, but you just weren't filling in the correct whatever structure for your blog, FAQs, whatever it has to be to actually get picked up by AI. Once you check those boxes, you're already doing everything else behind the scenes, so you're going to blow up and people are going to start seeing you and your numbers are just going to explode.
Lots of creators you're talking to are on social media every day. They're building audiences on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, other places. Why should someone who's already active on social media, and to me, if you're creating a piece of content every day on those platforms, it's pretty active, what's that person gain when they adopt AEO into their processes?
I mean, similar to what you gained, right? I put myself into that camp. You're on social media every single day. You're in those trenches, so it's hard to look beyond it, because it takes a lot of work and effort to follow trends, to stay up to date in posting every single day. So when you find a product like Outright that can do some of the AEO stuff automatically for you in the back end, it just doubles what you're able to do. And you're able to get your organic traffic, get human being to look at your posts online, and then AI is looking at your content and picking it up and giving it to even more people. It's really great.
What's the creator profile that gets the most from outwrite.ai? Is there a particular kind of creator? Who's the person who adopts your platform and it completely changes them?
That's an interesting question. It's tough to narrow down because we've seen everybody from small European lead generation agencies get some really good benefit from it, to AI laboratories, to everything. Like, it's tough to narrow it down that much, but I think just someone who is been posting that amount of content, like we were talking about before, someone who is consistent, someone who's there every day, who is already answering those questions, but just in their own style, they will get the most benefit from being able to answer those in the way AI wants.
Veterans, active duty service members, and heads of nonprofits, people like that, make up a big part of what Oscar Mike Radio is.
100%.
Are there specific communities or niches where you're seeing AEO make bigger impacts than others?
Totally. And that's a good call. Those veterans, those types of people, because they're usually small business owners, that is where I think Outright and AEO in general can really thrive, because these small business owners have so much on their plate. They just get this done, and then AI starts working for them as well. Once you get your foot in that door, it's really easy to stay up to date with your AEO and whatnot, because it all is just done for you on Outright.
Well, I've seen that happen, and it's as you know, Tanner does a whole lot of work on that part of my website, and it's just been amazing to see the response. Mm-hmm. If someone's listening right now, and they've been creating content for years, and this really happens. Like, I know people in the podcast world who've not done it as long as I have, but they have been religious. Every week, every 2 weeks, they're putting out something, but it never seems to kick. Mm-hmm. What can they do, and how can Outright change their outcome?
Totally. Outright's really good for less. So if you're producing video every week, right? You're staying to that structure. You're dedicated. You're doing it. Outright can take that video and then, or not necessarily take the video, but you can use the video along with posts that Outright can make for you, and just elevate your content to that next level. Have the short form video that everybody loves, either short form or long form. People love either these days. I know I watch those 24-hour YouTube videos as much as I watch the 30-second shorts. Take your video, have the AI content with it that generates and answers all those questions for the chatbots and the LLMs. You're answering both. You get people, catch their attention with the video, and you catch the AI's attention with the body of text. You're winning.
Winding this down, in your view, a two-part question here. Your current customers base and people like me, mm-hmm. and the platform are two separate things. Mm-hmm. But in a year from now, a year and a half from now, if I continue to use the outwrite.ai platform, and I've just seen the numbers, double, almost triple in a month, what's going to happen to your entire customer base and people like me in a year?
Honestly, I have no idea. It is only going to be good, though, because, think back a year where we were using AI. It couldn't do half the things it can do today on a daily basis. In a year, who knows? People could just stop using Google altogether, and everybody is searching through AI, and now your numbers are going to be quintupled instead of only doubled, AI is only getting bigger. More and more people are using it every single day. Those percentages of people who are the power users are only getting bigger, and I think AI search is only going to get more and more relevant and rewarding as the years go on.
Well, just a little bonus here for you. I am being profiled by an online magazine called Canvas Rebel.
Really?
And one of the ways they found me was through they have an internal LLM. They didn't really tell me what it was, mm-hmm. but I fit the requirements for a fit for their magazine. So we're in the interview process right now. And it's just really interesting how, I think, if I understand you correctly, it seems like more people, in the PR world, marketing, aren't using Google searches. Mm-hmm. They have they've created really complex, hyper-focused prompts. Mm-hmm. And they either have their own LLMs or they've paid for the big version of whatever platform they're using.
Exactly.
And they're using these hyper-focused prompts to get the kind of guest, the kind of interviewer, the kind of experience they want their clients to have. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just noticing with this, I'm like, okay, this is Canvas Rebel this year. What's going to happen in a year?
Right. And it's not just like that kind of PR role using it. It's creative roles are using their own in-house LLMs. I know just recently, Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber, he got like, it got revealed that they use an in-house LLM to make all of their video ideas. And, you know, he gets 400 million views a video. So everybody is using this, even if, you know, these people who hate AI, you know, they don't ever want to use it. They want to just, you know, keep doing stuff on their own. They're going to fall behind, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I hear that. I have a lot of creators in the podcast space and creators in general tell me that, you know, I shouldn't be doing this. It's you know, not how it really happens. But I try to tell them, like, if you don't think that people looking at your content aren't using AI to evaluate you as an artist, I'm sorry, they don't have the time to sit there and look at a catalog of 10, 20, 30 years of work. They're letting the AI evaluate their content, their art for them. And this is just an example and determine if it meets their requirements. So why not put yourself in the best position forward?
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to use a printing press when I have a word processor
Exactly.
right in front of me.
And it's nothing new. I mean, my mother was a professional wedding photographer my entire life. As long as I can remember, she's been using Photoshop AI tools to remove stray hairs and whiten people's teeth. Like, it's nothing new. It's just a tool, and people need to use it to the best of their ability.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens in a year.
I'm psyched.
I'm excited after 1 month, ladies and gentlemen. I'm already seeing it work for me. You're the co-founder and marketing director for outwrite.ai. Links are going to be in the show for people to connect with you and learn more about your business.
Nice.
And again, you're saying that if someone says, hey, I want to learn more about the system, they can come to you, and within a week, you can start having them, you know, onboarded and ready to go.
Easily. We've had customers that within a matter of weeks, they are getting their first customers from ChatGPT, from no blog presence. So there's no too late. Just come on and use it and you will get noticed. I promise.
Well, hey, I am Travis with the $3 podcast with all the Buckleys. And Jameson, thank you for joining me today. It's an exciting time at Oscar Mike Radio. It's exciting to be with you all, and I cannot wait to see what's next.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next time.